The morning sun filters through the classroom window, casting a warm glow on the rows of empty desks. Soon, the hallway will fill with the familiar sounds of laughter and hurried footsteps. But for now, there's just a quiet peace. The school bell chimes in the distance, a gentle call to start the day. Students begin to trickle in, their chatter weaving into the morning air. But here, by the window, sits Ken. He gazes out at the cherry blossoms, their pink petals dancing in the breeze, yet his eyes hold a distant, melancholic look, as if he's seeing a world far beyond this peaceful schoolyard. Earth to Ken, you in there. A boisterous voice shatters the silence. It's Taro, Ken's best friend, his glasses perched on his nose and a mischievous grin on his face. Still staring at those trees. You'll turn into one if you're not careful. Ken offers a faint smile, not quite reaching his eyes. Just then, two girls walk in, their laughter bright and clear. The one in front, with long dark hair that shines with a hint of blue, catches Ken's attention. Her smile is like the sun itself, radiant and infectious. This is Mina. Trailing her is Haru, her expression more serious, but with a quiet, observant kindness in her eyes. Mina's gaze briefly meets Ken's, and for a fleeting moment the world outside his window disappears. He feels a strange flutter in his chest, a spark of warmth he hasn't felt in a long time. The teacher walks in, and the day begins. But Ken's thoughts keep drifting back to that smile. Later, in the quiet sanctuary of the school library, rows of books stand like silent sentinels. Ken is searching for a novel when a sudden clatter breaks the hush. He turns to see Mina, flustered, kneeling on the floor, a stack of books scattered around her. He quickly moves to help. Here, let me get those, their hands brush as they both reach for the same book. Oh, thank you, Mina says, her cheeks tinged with a faint blush. I'm a bit clumsy sometimes. Ken shakes his head. It's no problem. He hands her the last book. You like classic literature? He asks, noticing the titles. Her eyes light up. I love it. The stories feel timeless. They talk for a few minutes, their voices soft whispers in the quiet library. It's their first real conversation, a simple exchange that feels surprisingly significant. As they part ways, Ken realizes the melancholic fog in his mind has lifted just a little. The final bell rings, signaling the end of the school day. The four of them, Ken, Taro, Mina, and Haru, find themselves walking home together. Taro, as usual, is the center of attention, cracking jokes and doing impersonations that make Mina giggle. And then the teacher said, Taro lowers his voice dramatically. Taro, detention. But I told him my genius needs room to breathe. Haru rolls her eyes, but a small smile plays on her lips. Your genius will get you expelled one day, Taro, she says dryly. Amidst the light-hearted banter, Ken and Mina walk side by side, a comfortable silence between them. He notices the way her smile sometimes fades when she thinks no one is looking. How a shadow briefly crosses her face before she forces the cheerfulness back. He wants to ask, to understand what lies behind that bright facade, but the words get stuck in his throat. He just feels an unspoken pull to be near her, to somehow protect that fragile light. The sky is painted in hues of orange and gold as the sun begins its descent. Ken finds Mina alone on the school rooftop, leaning against the railing, the wind gently tousling her hair. The usual vibrant energy around her is gone, replaced by a quiet vulnerability. He approaches slowly. "Hey," she turns, surprised, and offers a weak smile. "Hi, Ken." They stand in silence for a moment, watching the city lights begin to twinkle below. Then, her voice barely a whisper, she speaks. Sometimes, it gets hard to keep smiling. Tears well up in her eyes, and she finally lets her guard down. She speaks of the pressure at home, the loneliness she hides behind a cheerful mask. Ken doesn't offer easy answers or empty platitudes. He just listens. When she finishes, he looks at her, his own hidden sadness reflected in his gaze. "You don't have to do it alone," he says softly, his voice full of a sincerity that reaches her heart. "I'll be here, I promise." As a gentle breeze sweeps across the rooftop, carrying with it a flurry of cherry blossom petals, something shifts between them. It's a shared moment of understanding, a quiet promise of support in a world that can often feel lonely. The next morning, the classroom is bathed in the same gentle sunlight. The usual chatter fills the air, but for Ken, everything feels different, clearer. He's no longer just staring out the window. He's present, a part of the world inside. His gaze finds Mina across the room. She looks up, as if sensing his stare. Their eyes meet, and she gives him a smile. It's not the bright, forced smile she gives to the world, but a soft, genuine one filled with warmth and gratitude. It's a smile that says, "I see you," a smile that holds the promise of a new beginning. Ken smiles back, a true, hopeful smile that finally reaches his eyes. The world outside, with its dancing cherry blossoms, suddenly seems brighter than ever before. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our story, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next video.